Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the card of today for the 5th of May 2016. Before I get to today's card, I just want to recap a little bit on yesterday's. There was the song that I kept mentioning, so I did look it up and I did look the concept up of it. Basically, it was about the Cold War, and what Billy Joel was wanting to say when he wrote it was that if we don't learn from the mistakes of the past, we will then carry them on to the future and we will carry on making the same mistakes. So if you go back and listen to yesterday's card, like I say, it was all about a sacrifice. There was a lot of confusion going on then. So I really feel that that song was coming in to say, look at what has happened in the past. It might not even be you. It might be your parents. It might be, somebody way, way back along the line of your ancestors or whatever. But it's sort of look at the mistakes they made or the things that they done that you don't think that they work, and try not to put them into your life as well. So I just had to recap on that because it was driving me mad yesterday. So anyway, today, the card that we have today is the Eight of Cups. Quite interesting that this comes after yesterday as well, because the Eight of Cups, when we see it, this card always has a little bit of a bittersweet feel, I feel, but what I got when I actually lifted this card was, it's time. That's it. So Spirit said, it's time now. So what this card talks about is, it's sort of like there's been a bit of a wake-up call. When I said yesterday, there was this he was, oh God, right, okay, I really recognize this now. Something's happened. This card carries on from this. And what it says is that it's like the mist has cleared a little and you actually see things for how they are, not how you think they are, and it's really saying that it's time to leave something here. It's time to leave something and actually go out on the quest for yourself, because I really feel, and especially when this card comes in and the confusion of yesterday's card, it's like you may have been doing what you have thought is the right thing, but it hasn't been feeling right. So that is really where you need to now listen to your heart, listen to your soul, and seeing what feels right here. Because when this card is there, I mean, he's got cups. He's got 8 cups there, which is a lot of cups. Cups are all emotions. But there's something missing. There's still something missing with it. And this card is all about, knowing that it's time for you to actually go out and find your true happiness and find your true fulfillment. Because when there's something missing, there's always going to be a void, and I feel the more that you stay in a situation where you recognize there's something missing, where you know that whatever it is will never be injected back into your situation, it's like every day you die a little bit inside. Your soul is crying for you now to go on this quest. This is what I'm getting here, is this is about you now. So it's a lot of people tend to put other people before themselves within life, because they think that that's the right thing to do. And it's always great to be mindful of other people. I'm not saying just completely go out and dismiss everybody, but what I'm saying is your happiness is the most important here. There was a girl I spoke to yesterday who was very, very unhappy where she was, but wanted to stay for other people. And, it was making her unhappy, which then had a knock-on effect with her children, and all of the people around her. So the thing is, once you are in a place of happiness and once you are in a place of fulfillment, then all of your relationships with whoever will be better anyway, because there's no resentment there. There's nothing missing with you. You are firing on all cylinders, and you can then inject that into all other areas of your life. So it's sort of like a win-win situation. Then everybody's happy. There's nothing worse. Yourself, if you have a friend or a partner or whatever, and they come in from work and then they're in a bad mood and you feel the tension, and it's like, this tension is there and you could cut it with a knife. And that then has an effect on you, because you then start sort of staying a little bit back, or you then attack and you go forward. So living in this tension and living where there is this discord is not healthy or happy for anybody. So take that away, then, you know, there's this happiness here, there's this freedom, there's this joy. And that will then rub off on everybody else that you're in contact with as well. So what I want to say with this card is, yes, it is sometimes painful and it is sometimes scary to walk away from something that at one time was exactly what you wanted. I'm not saying that this has all been a mess, this has all been a lie or whatever. At one time it was exactly what you wanted. But we change, you know, things have shelf lives. We change as people, you know, our wants and needs from then can be very different to our wants and needs for now and our wants and needs for the future, you know. And this is all about, it's re-establishing harmony, it's bringing happiness back in, and it's also bringing peace of mind in as well. If we look at this, the guy in the picture here, his cloak, I really feel his cloak is on, because this is a lot of concealed thoughts that he's been hiding, and they've all been going round in his head as well, you know, and that is not a good way to be, you know. And he really needs to detach from this situation. Like I say, things that at one time exactly what he wanted and made him happy now seem to have no relevance in who he is. And this is a time when I really feel you need to look at what is real for you and what works for you as well. Because as I've mentioned before, you cannot live your life for somebody else. You know, obviously if we have children, you know, our children come first in a way, but we still need to be the best that we can be in order to then teach our children. So it's not a card of being selfish here. It's a card of just taking responsibility and realizing that you can have happiness in your life and actually going on a quest to find it. You know, it's like your soul has just suddenly woken up with this, you know, and all of this restlessness and all of this unfulfillment that you've been feeling, and maybe might have pushed it down, you know, below the surface. It's all coming up now. I mean, if we look at the card before this, the Eight of Cups is the Seven of Cups, which is all about illusions, confusion, you know, having to make a choice. If we look at the card that comes after the Eight of Cups, it's the Nine of Cups. It's about happiness. It's contentment. So he has started on his journey. He's took a step out of the confusion. He's heading into the darkness there. He doesn't know where he's going. But the good thing about this is that he's not lost. He's actually following his calling, and he knows that he will be on the right path. I mean, we have the moon there, which is, we have a new moon tomorrow, which is a great time for shedding the old and bringing in the new. And he's sort of a little bit in the dark at the moment, but you know, after that darkness will come light, and that will lead him on to the Nine of Cups, which is this happiness, which is this contentment, which is this sort of sitting back and thinking, you know what, like, life is good. This is what life is meant to be about. Because when this card comes in, I always see it as the situation that I feel that you're in or you've been in, you have given away a lot of your power here. And this is why you need to walk away, because by choosing to be in a circumstance where you have outgrown it, and you know you have, it's not healthy. And what is important now is your future, where you are going. You know, like I say, you might not know yet. This card is a little bit blind with that. You just know that you have to start this journey. And in doing that, the second you decide to do that, you reclaim your power as well, and we all have this power, and it's a gift that we all have, but we need to claim it. It's sitting there waiting for us, but if we just look at it, it's not going to do it for us. We need to take this power back. So I really feel with this, it's like your dream's calling you, or you're hearing a little voice which is taking you somewhere. I really want to say, just trust in this process. Trust in yourself as well. You know, the universe is guiding you where you're meant to be, and you will end up at a place that is so worth it. Any of this turmoil or anything that you're going through now, it will all be worth it when you get to your final destination as well. And I'm really feeling that there's a real sense of peace coming as well. But when I'm saying peace, I'm not saying just a tranquil peace. I'm saying a peace with with a little smile, with a little smirk, and just, you know what, this is where I was meant to be. So that's the message of today's card. I like the Eight of Cups. I really do. Like I say, it's a transition. It's moving. It's leaving something behind and moving on. But I know within my life, you know, I had the Eight of Cups massively years and years ago, and it was the most scary time I've ever had in my life. And I have never regretted a second. It wasn't easy, but I have never regretted it for a second. And it then led me on to different paths and different paths and different paths. And here I am now, and I wouldn't actually change anything. So please take heart with that. The Eight of Cups is, you are hearing this voice calling you because it's time. As I said, when I picked that card up, that's what Spirit said. It's time now. So hope you like that one. Like I say, that card reminds me a lot of sorry, of Dick Whittington. In other decks, you know, he goes off in search of gold, and he finds out that gold wasn't there. You know, the streets of London weren't paved with gold, but he does lead himself onto a new life, which massively changes his life and gets him to where he was meant to be. So think of the Eight of Cups as like the Dick Whittington story. Sorry. But I hope you like that card. If anybody would like a reading with me, obviously if you're going through stuff like that, then, you know, sometimes a little bit clarity does help. Please get in touch, either inbox on my Facebook page or send me an email, lovebuddhatarot@aol.co.uk, and I can get back and arrange a reading for you. I can do them on the phone, on Skype, email readings, whichever is best for you. Please subscribe to my channel as well, and please, if you like these videos, please share them. You know, let's sort of spread the love a little bit, and, you know, spread the love Buddha love, and get these out, and, you know, get more people on board. You know, that would be really cool as well, if you don't mind. But I will be back tomorrow with the card of today, Satnam.